Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the second annual Night of the Victors. Congratulations, you made it through the academic year almost with a week left to go. I know exams and a week from this weekend, graduation, but you made it. You did. And today, like last year, and like we're going to do every year, and it's a pretty special thing, is a chance to honor all of you and recognize the accomplishments that you all had in the classroom, yes, but primarily on the field, on the court of competition. That's what we're here for today. I don't know how often a day like this happens in the course of the school year. Think to yourselves, how often are all of you together at one place at one time? Maybe at the beginning of the year, maybe you have a kickoff meeting with all the student athletes, but it's a pretty cool day, not just to honor and recognize all of your accomplishments over the course of this school year in competition, but to get all of you together in one place at one time. There aren't buses crisscrossing the state or the upper Midwest or passing based on practice schedules and things like that. We're all together to recognize and honor each other for what we accomplished, for what you accomplished over the course of the last year. I do want to welcome those of you. I want you to all turn up to the press box, turn up to the control room and wave to the folks watching us on live stream. Oh yeah, mom and dad and grandma and grandpa. WLCsports.com. Yeah, this is being recorded as well, so keep in mind as you give your acceptance speeches, they will live on in perpetuity. Just remember that. I'm warning you. This is about celebrating your gifts and your achievements individually and then collectively as teams. And I stand before you today as a graduate, Scott Warris, class of 2003, but I stand in front of you today representing a segment of the population that walks amongst you every day, and I don't know that you know that we're out there. I am talking about the unathletic. I am talking about the uncoordinated. I am talking to people that could not hit a baseball with a bat to save their lives, that could not throw a ball into the ocean if they were on the beach and the water was lapping at their feet. I, ladies and gentlemen, am one of those people outside these walls who, to some degree, admittedly so, if not now, once upon a time, was a little jealous and envious of what all of you have accomplished, of the skills that all of you have, and how you have been able to take the sport or sports of your choosing. And this is something I want you to take with you, because not everybody has it out there in society. And you have made it look so darn easy. Hit a round ball with a round bat. Yeah, okay, good luck. But you make it look easy. Jumping, leaping. The stairs are here for a reason, because I'm not getting up on here without them. And yet, those of you in the various sports where that is necessary, make it look so darn easy. Folks, I have not run or jogged probably since 7th grade. And yet, don't laugh, that wasn't even the joke, that was just me telling the truth. And yet, those of you in track and cross country, you make it look so easy, so effortless, so smooth, so carefree. I try and it hurts and it stinks and I hate it and I stop trying. And whatever the sport may be, know this, whether you get an award today or you don't, that doesn't really matter. You're part of an exclusive club, the Club of Student Athletes at the collegiate level. And there are so many people out there who could never say that for themselves. And like I said, to some degree, may have been or are a little envious, a little jealous of your God-given abilities and how you have been able to take those abilities and turn them into making something that looks so easy, when I know it's not. I'm sure each one of you has stories where blood, sweat, tears, you wanted to quit, you didn't know how you would be able to juggle everything that coach was asking of you or that the coach and the professors were asking of you, but you did. You persevered through. So I know it's not easy. I assume it's not easy. I don't know it's not easy. But you make it look really easy. And for that, you should be applauded. Okay. To get us going here this afternoon, I'd like to introduce a man who has been in the fiber of this this college, and more so this athletic department, for over 3 decades, the last 25 years of which he has spearheaded as the director of athletics. And as anyone can attest, who has ever been a part of any organization, big or small, on a global scale, on a very small scale, it doesn't matter. A department is only as good as the leadership at the top, because all of that trickles down. Think about it in your own team structure, the captains, the coaches, the leadership structure. And Wisconsin Lutheran College has been so incredibly blessed, as I say, for the last 25 years to have Skip Noon as its athletics director. Coach, come on up.
Thanks, Scott. You never hear anything about Mr. Warris, Scott Warris, our MC, but you guys are in for a treat. Every time he does something for us, whether it's last year's Night of the Victor or the Hall of Fame, Scott just makes the evening special, and you'll appreciate that. And to have him as a graduate, Scott has been a radio personality at the largest radio station in the state of Wisconsin. He's a color commentator, or a play-by-play commentator of UWM Panthers, and does so many things. But you guys are in for a treat. So one more, let's thank Scott Warris. Night of the Victors. It would be a mistake not to recognize the brainchild of Coach Jenny Lee Voss, who brought this to me about 2.5 years ago and said, we really need to do something to recognize student athletes. So it was Jenny Lee Voss's idea. We had a committee that was largely responsible for that. It was Jenny Lee, or Coach Voss, Adam Heinzen, Jenna Sharon, and Grant Wepner. So let's give them a round of applause for all of this. Something new this year that both Jenna and Grant worked very hard to get done. For the first time this year, we will be having athletic stoles. To model that for you now is going to be Grant. Where's Grant? So after graduating, leaving the Rex, we'll have a group of people handing out stoles. We want to get a group student-athlete picture in the stoles. And so be aware of that. We'll try to get that picture done before you break off. We got to do it right away or not at all. So after, when you're walking out of graduation, you'll see, as you're walking closer to the Divine Servant, you'll see Grant handing the stoles out. We'll get those, we'll take a picture, and we'll get that done. So really, thank you for all the effort and stuff. Grant and Jenna, you guys made it happen. First ever, and we will do it forever. So, why athletes? Why student athletes? Why do we do this? I've dedicated my life to athletics, and I realized long ago when I was very young that this is something that was in my blood and was a part of me. And the older I get, I realize how important my experiences as a student athlete were. I look back, I've faced many difficult situations, and so many times I know, hey, I can do this. I gotta put my mind to it, and I can get it done. The reason for the Night of the Victors primarily is to celebrate the seniors who made it. It's hard. Every college in the country has attrition in their student athlete population. It just happens. It's hard to be a student athlete for 4 years. When you started, we had 146 student athletes as freshmen were part of what we were doing. Today, we will recognize 46. It's hard. It's hard to be an athlete for 4 years. Well, why would you do it? It certainly isn't for money. But you know what? When you're interviewed and you're a 4-year college student athlete, if you put that on your resume, I guarantee they will ask you about that. Well, how'd you do that? What did you learn? It's shown time and time again that CEOs, people who hire people at companies, are looking for student athletes. Enterprise Rent-A-Car, they hire almost exclusively student athletes. Companies all over the place. There was a study done not long ago, 90% of CEOs competed in athletics. 90% of all CEOs in America competed in athletics. It's valuable. The college, it would be much cheaper to cancel sports, much cheaper. But the college has decided that the student athlete experience is important. It's hard. It's hard to make it through. You wonder sometimes, well, is it really worth it? A guy who's not here today, because he's running, Zeke Michael, right? He's running. Oh, is he there? You're not running today. I heard you were running. Not running. Well, I'm going to embarrass Zeke. When he was a freshman, he ran the 1500 at the conference track meet. What place did you get, Zeke? Yeah. It was only 12th. It felt like 15th, right? His sophomore year. First. So I'm embarrassing Zeke, but he made a decision to do it. And he was beating people that the year before had beat him. I think about golfers. Golfers, what a tough sport. When you're having a bad day, you can't just, hey, I need a sub. And sometimes when you're hitting the ball all over the place, can I just pick my ball up and move it right? Am I right? But your score is your score. And sometimes you want to quit. Sometimes you don't want to keep going. I put my hat up. Most of our golfers, throughout their career, their average goes up, gets better every year. Why? Because they're dedicated to it. They want to get better. Guys, the things that will take you into life, I believe, can be learned so easily and so well on the athletic field, on the court. You learn how to, your teammates tick you off sometimes, right? They do. Your coach ticks you off, not playing enough. But really, when everything else is gone, it's about you and persevering. And it's not about winning a championship. That's great, Zeke. I'm really proud of him. It's about persevering and getting better, using the gifts that God has given you to the very best of your ability. And the experiences that you have with your teammates, the tears, the crying. You know, failure happens all the time. But it's not the failure that should be looked at. It is getting through the failure and figuring it out mostly by yourself. Yeah, your coach will talk you through it. But at some point you have to look in the mirror and you have to figure it out. And that's why I've given my life to athletics, to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to figure it out. Congratulations to the seniors. Well deserved. All of you who are not seniors, you'll be tempted. I'm going to get a job. I think it's a mistake. Forever, these young men and women will be able to say, I was a four-year college athlete. Not many can say that. So congratulations. You're done hearing me talk. We're going to get this next thing started, and then we'll do the awards. But first, we have the Night of the Victors video. Enjoy.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was the 2022-23 athletic year. How about it? Wow. We need to thank the individual who was the primary creator of that video. He's with us tonight. He's working tonight. How about a nice round of applause for Tim Snyder, who put that whole thing together. Thanks, Tim. You are all student athletes, of course. You know that. I don't have to remind you of that. But it is student athlete, not athlete students, although you are. But that's not the term that has been used, lo all these centuries of collegiate athleticism. And as such, we want to spend the first part of our award ceremony here this afternoon to recognize all of you deserve credit for finding a space to be ready come competition, ready come exam time. And we'd like to start by recognizing those who have compiled this year, but compiled over the course of their careers, a cumulative grade point average of 4.0. This is again cumulative over the course of their entire WLC career. If you hear your name, when you hear your name called, if you would just stand and stay standing at your seat there. Muhlenberg from women's basketball. Lexi, if you could stand. Holt Chavez from football. Cameron Jochimson from men's soccer. Logan Hennon, men's tennis. Sydney Schreier, women's track and field. Leah Wierschke, women's track and field. And Hannah Vriesen from women's volleyball. Let's give those freshmen a round of applause. Thank you. Now to those sophomores who have maintained a cumulative GPA of 4.0. It includes Carlito Johnson from men's cross country, men's track and field. Cara Troxel from women's basketball. Gwen Malecki from softball, and Amara Mathai from women's volleyball. Let's give those four athletes a round of applause. One junior with us today, maintaining that 4.0 cumulative GPA over the course of their entire career. Elise Meyer, you get all the applause, representing women's volleyball. And last but certainly not least, to find yourself a senior student athlete, and as you reflect back on everything you went through in the competition realm and in the classroom, you were able to keep that 4.0 cumulative GPA. We have two seniors with us today that we would like to recognize for accomplishing that. They are Emily Harriet from women's cross country and women's track and field, and Josh Hennon from men's tennis. Would you please stand? Congratulations. Well done. 4 years, 4.0. The Roger Fleming Senior Scholar Athletes. Those are awarded annually to a graduating senior, both male and female, at the May 4th Honors Convocation, right here on this stage, I believe, who, over at least 7 semesters, maintained a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.4, earned at least 2 varsity letters in a specific sport, and demonstrated Christian leadership on campus. This year's Roger Fleming Senior Scholar Athletes, and we'll have you stand and be recognized, from men's basketball, Trevor Steedy. Stand up, Trevor. And you accept on his behalf. And Jenna Sharon from women's volleyball. Many of you here today qualified for the Academic All-District Award, honor, I should say. To qualify For the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District, student athletes must be at least a sophomore, have a minimum 3.50 cumulative GPA, and then participate in at least 50% of their team games. Student athletes are nominated by their institution's SID, and the awards are voted on by the CSC members. I do want to point out, as we're going to run through some of your names and have you stand when you hear your name, that there still are, because of the time that we're having our award ceremony, the time where we are at the end of the spring semester, there are still some additional nominations still open here for the Spring Academic All-District, and those will be announced in the coming weeks. So this list is not exhaustive, but it does include Academic All-District Honors goes to Kyle Kubaki from football, Carter Schneider, football. Jenna Sharon, women's volleyball. Ryan Breckel, men's basketball. Trevor Steedy, men's basketball. Maggie Scott, women's basketball. Cara Troxel, women's basketball. Noah Eggert, baseball. Gabe Knight, baseball. Will Tucholsky, baseball. Noah Zakanti, baseball. Maddie Chestalowski, softball. Lexi Martin, softball. Casey Meitzner, softball. Brianna Vilchis, softball. Josh Hennon, men's tennis. John Cannonberg, men's tennis. Asa White, men's tennis. Sky Pope, women's tennis. Allie Schmidt, women's tennis, and Jenna Smith, women's tennis. Give a round of applause to our academic all-district honorees to this point. We're going to continue with that academic theme, and these will be the first two official awards that we give out up here on stage. And in addition to myself and Coach Noon, there is somebody else here up on stage, as you can see, who works tirelessly behind the scenes, as I think many, if not all of you, realize. And I think when he puts out the press release for the Night of the Victors, 360, it will be the 360th press release that he has put out in this school year. He's the first one at an event. He's the last one up writing the recap, putting out social media and everything that he does for all of you behind the scenes. Could we just spend a moment and recognize the man who has just finished, 17 years as the sports information director, Adam Hansen. And now I'm going to ask him to go to work, because we're going to have him help hand out these awards. For the sake of logistics tonight, we'll ask all of you to come up stage on your right. So even if you're on this half, if you could come across the front, come up stage here, we'll have you accept your award, offer your comments, and then before you exit on that side, we'll have a photo opportunity with Coach Noon. So that's kind of the flow of traffic here for our event. The first award that we're going to hand out is for the men's team academic achievement. That is awarded to the top men's team with the highest overall GPA in the department for the entire academic year. And the winner of the men's team academic achievement award with a GPA of 3.64 goes to the men's tennis team. Come on up, guys.
Look at this smart bunch of guys. I don't know, I'm just proud of these guys. They're great tennis players and great students apparently too. I'm just proud of the work everybody's put in all year. It's not an easy thing to do, as you all know, so great work, team.
Can we also get an extra round of applause for Josh, our senior this year, just for being a fantastic leader both on and off the court as well.
And don't forget the photo op. Let's hear it for the men's tennis team, the top Team Academic Achievement Award on the men's side. And now for the women's team academic achievement, awarded to the top women's team with the highest overall GPA in the department for the entire academic year. And this year, the victor goes to, with a GPA of 3.70, women's cross country.
Well, I don't really know what to say. Cross country is very good in the classroom and on the course. And I'm very proud of everybody and their academic achievement.
One more for women's cross country and a 3.70. You did kind of sum it up all in your, I mean, that speech kind of said it all. Like that was, laid it out perfectly. The entire conference, it was one of the most memorable weeks of your young Warriors career. Or even when you are a senior, man, for that week, that competition, or 2 or 3, it all culminated, it all came together. All the blood, the sweat, and the tears, nailed it. And not only did you do it so well that you set yourself apart from maybe other athletes here, but you set yourself apart from every other athlete in the NAC. The Student Athletes of the Week are nominated by the Sports Information Department and are then voted on by all of the other conferences' SIDs. If you would please stand when your name is called, as you received an Athlete of the Week award in the conference this year. Peyton Hartman from men's cross country. Jason Cano, two-time winner for football. Caitlin Haskell, women's tennis. Jenna Sharon, women's volleyball. Ryan Breckel, not once, not twice, but 3 times the NAC Player of the Week in men's basketball. Ella Tenpes, women's basketball. Bryce Halverson, men's tennis. Aiden Newberg, men's tennis. Isaiah Harriet, men's indoor track and field. Zeke Mitchell, men's indoor track and field. Peyton Hartman, men's outdoor track and field. Zeke did it again in men's outdoor track and field. And not once, but twice for Ashley Corley of the softball team. Let's give these athletes a round of applause for at least once being named the Conference Athlete of the Week. We take it a step further now. The Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference Postseason Awards. These are uniquely special, I think, because To have won one of the awards, first of all, you had to have been nominated by your head coach. And think about that for just a second. The time that you have spent with him or her over the course of your career, regardless of how long it's been, they know you as an athlete, maybe in some cases better than anybody else, maybe in some cases even better than you know you as an athlete. And when they reflected back on the entire season, they said, she deserves more recognition for the entirety of the season. That's only the first part. So then you get nominated. And this is my favorite part of all of this. Because then your coach, I don't know if you know this, they can't vote for you anymore. They'll put your name into nomination, and then it's the other coaches who can vote for you. So if you won a postseason award from the NAC, your coach couldn't vote for you. And is there any greater compliment than to know that that coach who schemed and strategized to stop you, to make you fail, right? They don't want to see you succeed because they want their people to succeed in their team. And yet, when they look back at the entirety of the season, man, we tried to stop her. We tried to game plan against him, and we couldn't do it. You better believe they're going to get my vote. Nominated by your coach, but voted on by the other conference's coaches. This year, and I'll have you please stand at your seat, those who received a Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference honorable mention include Ryan Dominic from baseball, Vinnie Brim, football, Sevon Goodwin, football, Carter Schneider, football, Javier Murillo, football, Tony Bedoya, men's soccer, Brooke Bloom, women's soccer, and Meggie Scott, women's basketball. The NAC honorable mention. Then, the all-conference second teamers. They include Kyle Kubaki, football, and Ashley Corley, softball. Now the All-NAC Awards. And there's a caveat here, and the reason why we refer to it as All-NAC is because, for those of you who don't know, there are some sports who base the All-NAC Awards not on a vote per se, like some of the sports, but on your individual finish at your respective conference championships. And those individuals who received all NAC honors because of that finish include Peyton Hartman, men's cross country, men's track and field. Please stand. Isaiah Harriet, men's cross country. Zeke Mitchell, men's cross country, men's track and field. Brooke Gresslin, women's cross country, women's track and field. Riley Tansey, men's golf. Maddie O'Keefe, women's golf. Caitlin Haskell, women's tennis. Jenna Smith, women's tennis. Aiden Newberg, men's tennis. Caleb Andrews, men's track and field. The distance medley relay team from men's track and field. Janae Jensen, women's track and field. Anna Rosh, women's track and field. The distance medley relay from women's track and field. And the 4x400 meter relay team did it twice, indoor and outdoor, from women's track and field, are all NAC honorees. And now those of you who received all conference first team honors. At the top of the list, the best of the best, not just here, but around the entire Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, and they include, please stand when you hear your name, Ty Castile from football, Travion Green from football, Arnulfo Ortega, football, Justin Parbs, football, Jason Cano, men's soccer, Puma Galvin, men's soccer, Jenna Sharon, women's volleyball, Ryan Breckel, men's basketball, Jason Getz, men's basketball, Sam Leisman, women's basketball. Ella Tenpes, women's basketball. And Lexi Martin from softball, our All-MAC first teamers this year. Then have to decide who was the best freshman of the year. Which, again, all of you have been freshmen or are freshmen. And to balance everything that you have to do and to still be able to come through with all the question marks, right? I mean, look, maybe you were excelling as a senior in high school, but you had no idea what college was going to be like. Nobody could really talk you through what Division III athletics is. What is it going to take for me to take the talent that I had in high school? Is it going to translate? How many of you asked yourselves that question? Is the way I do what I did to make me great in high school, is that still going to work at the next level? And this year, WLC is proud to have a Freshman of the Year honoree from men's golf, Riley Tansey. And then the coaches say, who amongst my peers was better than I? Ooh, that is a tough question. Who was the one that maybe took an underdog team and pushed them to be better than they were? Maybe that's their qualification. Maybe it's taking the expectations that are there, and my goodness, they lived up to the expectations, right? Because sometimes that can be harder than taking a team without expectations and shocking the world. But when people are expecting you to be great every single night in and night out, and you match those expectations, if not exceeded them, that deserves Conference Coach of the Year honors. And this year, we're pleased that our men's basketball coach, Aaron Onenson, was NAC Coach of the Year. So that's conference. Then there are all-region honors. All-region. You got to think broader now. Athletes nominated by their coaches and/or sports information directors for outstanding athletic achievement that stood out from, think about this, not only their team, not only their conference, but from this area of the country, multiple Midwestern states. How many? Thousands, safely, thousands of college athletes. Votes were then cast by the various coaches' organizations comprising their respective sports. And we're proud that we have a number of you who won all-region honors this year. Stand, please. Third team all-region, Travion Green from football. Arnulfo Ortega, football. And Sam Leisman, women's basketball. Second team all-region honors this academic and athletic year to Ty Castillo from football. And then first team all-region honors include Peyton Hartman, men's cross country. Jason Cano, men's soccer. Puma Galvin, men's soccer. And Ryan Breckel from men's basketball, our first team all-region honoree. And last, but my goodness, not least, All-American honors. For these nationwide awards, one must first be an all-region honoree in order to even be considered for nomination to be an All-American. Then, the nation's coaches vote and decide. We are blessed this year to have not one, but two All-Americans in our presence. First, just the fifth All-American ever in his sport, and the first one in his sport in over 20 years here at WLC. All-American men's basketball, Ryan Breckel. And our other All-American is the first in his program's history, making history here at WLC this year, from men's soccer, All-American Puma Galvin. And now to honor those graduating senior student athletes. And Coach Noon detailed the journey and the path that doing what you did puts you on. And we're pleased once again this year to have your letter up here framed. So when you hear your name, we'll have you come up, receive your award, receive your letter, and then a photo with Coach Noon. Again, you have endured a lot. For some of you, COVID years, seems like a dream at some points, doesn't it? The years varying of dedication and all the challenges, and you did it. I said at the top, leave this place today thinking you're a member of an exclusive club, but I also want you leaving here thinking, I did it, whether you are a senior, junior, sophomore, or freshman. So let's begin our honors here. We'll begin with the women's cross country, women's track and field. These are our graduating senior student athletes. Please come up and get your letters. Brooke Gresslin, women's cross country, women's track and field. Emily Harriet, women's cross country, women's track and field. And Jen Zastrol from women's cross country. Come on down, ladies. Now from football, Sam Burns, Ty Castile, Adrian Gutierrez, Brevin Yeagerlaner, Charles Kittleson, Justin Parbs, and manager Nathan Benish. Please come on down. Theo Schmenk, men's golf, come on down. Charlie Fleek, women's golf. Miranda Noon, women's golf. Jason Cano, men's soccer. KJ McNeely Jr., men's soccer. Joseph Rosh, men's soccer. Corey Ralston, men's soccer. Josh Sepik, men's soccer. Brady Workis, men's soccer. This also prepares all of you for the diploma situation next weekend. Remember, take with the left, shake with the right. Take with the left, shake with the right. This is all, it's all culminating next weekend. This is just prep work for you. From women's soccer, Sierra Canas. From women's volleyball, Jenna Sharon. Representing men's basketball and football, Jake Ansick. Cole Hartke, men's basketball. Simeon Strauss, men's basketball. From women's basketball, Simeon Schultz and Caitlin Shadowski. Representing baseball, again, our 23 graduating senior student athletes from baseball, Danny Kane. Is that, are you booing him? Joe Cook, Ryan Dominic, Brady Eckenberg, Fabio Camatani, and Hunter Martin from baseball. Feel free to hug Heinzen too as you accept the award. You can handshake or hug. It's fun. I should have said that at the top. Representing men's tennis, Josh Hennon. Women's track and field, Kayla Pagel. And Paige Sweem, also from women's track and field. And Matthew Miskowski from men's volleyball. Let's give a nice round of applause for all of our 2023 graduating senior student athletes. What a ride. And now it's time for the victors. It is an acronym, by the way. Vigor. The ability to have that X factor, to have that drive. Integrity. You do it in a way whereby how you did it is as impactful as what you did. Competitiveness. You want to win, and that's fine, and that's great, and you should. It often is what drives you. Teamwork. I don't have to go into teamwork. All of you know what teamwork is, the importance of it. Optimism. You never go into a competition going, yeah, not today. Yeah, I just don't think this is going to be my day. Yeah, we can tip it off. Yeah, fine, I can take the ball. I can probably give you 4 or 5 innings, but I don't got much. You always go into a competition thinking you can do this. You will succeed. Respect. Respect for your opponents, your teammates, and for the game and the sport itself. And then the skill, as I already alluded to. It's what sets all of you apart from so many other people in society. Vigor, integrity, competitiveness, teamwork, optimism, respect, and skill comprise the traits of all of you in this room, and it's what makes up the victors. Nominations, just for a little background, nominations came from coaches across all sports. And there could be crossover nominations. Basketball coach could nominate a football player. The football coach could nominate a member of the cross-country team, and so on and so forth. So nominations came from coaches, and then the winners were determined by the votes cast by you, the student athletes. I said before that maybe an award given to you by another coach that's trying to beat you is the highest compliment. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the highest compliment is the people sitting next to you voting for you, saying, he needs to win this. She deserves this. Members of the athletic department then also with votes cast. So let's get to it. Again, when your name is called, please come up, accept your award from Adam, and then the mic and the podium, and goodness, the stage is yours. Our first award, our first victor this year, is for the Female Servant Leader of the Year award. It goes to a female student athlete who demonstrates exemplary Christian servant leadership and character on and off the court, the course, or the field of competition. And the nominees are Elise Meyer from volleyball, Miranda Noon, golf, Caitlin Shadowski, basketball, and Melissa Ton, softball. And the winner, the victor, goes to this year's Female Servant Leader of the Year, Caitlin Shadowski from basketball. Caitlin, a team captain, suffered a season-ending injury just 3 games into the season, but she remained a part of the team all year. She has been a Wally representative, SAC representative, New Friends representative, a Cherney mentoring program and scholarship winner, campus tour guide, serve to lead team member, and an organizational tutor on campus. The winner, Caitlin Shadowski.
Thank you guys for voting. As you said, I've had some hardships with 2 knee injuries and COVID, as we all had to deal with. And with all of that, I think I just learned that there's so much more to life than sports, and God has given us all different talents. So with these hardships, it took my energy to other things, such as volunteering and focusing more on my future teaching career, but also just being thankful for all the opportunities that I had playing sports. I wouldn't change it for the world. I love my teammates and everyone I met, so thank you guys.
Congratulations, Caitlin. Now, the Male Servant Leader of the Year, awarded to a male student athlete who demonstrates exemplary Christian servant leadership and character on and off the court or field of competition. And the nominees are Jake Ansek from basketball and football, Josh Hennon, tennis, and Brevin Jagerlainer from football. And the victor for the Male Servant Leader of the Year award goes to Brevin Jagerlainer from football. Brevin leads the Student Athlete Bible Study on Monday nights. He's active in the campus ministry office, leads a mental health group, led a mentorship camp for high school students in the city, and was a part of a team discipleship group. The winner, Brevin Jagerlainer.
Thank you. I think over the last couple weeks here before I graduate, I've just been really reflecting a lot of my last 4 years here and everything that has been going on and off the court. And I'm really just grateful for all of you in this room for helping me in so many of the things that I did, for so many of the memories that I've had, being a part of that. So just thank you all here.
Congratulations to Caitlin and to Brevin for our Servant Leader of the Year awards. The next victor goes to the Male Comeback Athlete of the Year, awarded to a male student athlete who has shown a great amount of perseverance in overcoming adversity. Everybody's going to face it to varying degrees. It's how you respond and how you react to it, right? That reveals your character. Male Comeback Athlete of the Year. The nominees include Foster Engelhardt from baseball, Puma Galvin, soccer, and Jay Tamavongsa from volleyball. And the victor for Male Comeback Athlete of the Year goes to Puma Galvin from soccer. Puma recovered from a ruptured Achilles injury to become a United Soccer Coaches third-team All-American, a first-team All-Region, first-team All-NAC, and All-Wisconsin selection. Puma's a leader who has passion and represents WLC well on and off the field by helping out with U8 and recreational club teams in his community in his spare time. And he worked his way back and fought to earn his place back from another junior goalkeeper on the team. Puma Galvin, back and better than ever.
You guys hear me? Good. Yeah, injuries are no fun. It really challenges your personality, your character. It's always nice to be recognized and awarded for all the things, but with all my coaches, teammates, family, close ones, and then for this case, my therapists, doctors, and all them athletic trainers, this is because of them. So thank you guys.
Now for the Female Comeback Athlete of the Year, awarded to a female student athlete who has shown a great amount of perseverance in overcoming their adversity. The nominees this year include Sarah Breidenhagen, golf. Ashley Corley, softball. And Ella Miller, soccer. And the victor for the Female Comeback Athlete of the Year goes to Ella Miller from soccer. Last July, Ella was diagnosed with large B-cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. This cancer diagnosis was discovered when going in for an X-ray from a previous injury. In the end, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise, as the cancerous mass was the size of a softball encroaching on her heart. After numerous rounds of chemo, she is currently 4 months cancer-free and in remission. Not done yet. And as if that weren't enough, she has been actively training in our spring season, as well as resuming normal everyday workouts. She plans a return to full competition in the fall. Look out, Nat, because she's going to beat cancer and she's going to beat you too. Here's our winner, Ella Miller.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Obviously, missing last season was very hard for me. As much as I was supporting my team from chair, they were my biggest supporters, and I couldn't thank them enough. And their prayers, I believe in the power of prayer, and God is helping me through this. And thank you guys so much.
You just end there. Time now for our next victor, the female freshman athlete of the year. This is awarded to the top freshman female student athlete based on athletic performance and achievement. And the nominees are Brooke Bloom from soccer, Jaden Hill from basketball, and Kayla Wigley from volleyball. And the victor for the Female Freshman Athlete of the Year goes to Kayla Wigley from volleyball. Kayla started 22 of 23 matches played, was 1 vote shy of becoming the conference's Freshman of the Year, a consistent and reliable outside attacker, ranking second on the team in kills, only behind first team all-conference selection, Jenna Sharon. Kayla Wigley.
Okay, so first I would just like to thank my teammates. I could not have been successful without their hard work and dedication, so thank you guys so much. Next, I would like to thank my coaches and my family for inspiring me every day and making me into who I am today. And last, but definitely not least, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior for always providing me through all the ups and downs of life. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations, Kayla. Now, for the Male Freshman Athlete of the Year, awarded to the top freshman male student athlete based on athletic performance and achievement. And the nominees are Eli Michaelis from baseball, Javier Murillo, football, Riley Tanzi, golf, Zadok Torleen from tennis, and Drew Wetner from volleyball. And the victor for the Male Freshman Athlete of the Year goes to Riley Tanzi from the golf team. Riley finished his first season with the lowest scoring average on the team, earning all NAC and NAC Freshman of the Year honors with a top 10 finish at the NAC Championships. He has 2 of the 3 top individual rounds on the team relative to par. Riley Tanzi. Here you go, Riley.
First, shout out to the rest of the athletes, the rest of the freshmen who had a great season. Thank you guys for voting for me. Thank you to the coaches and my teammates. And most importantly, God, thank you for the blessing of being here and being able to play the sport. Thank you guys.
Now for our athletes of the year. First, on the men's side, awarded to the top male student athlete based on athletic performance and achievement. The nominees include Ryan Breckel from basketball, Ryan Dominic from baseball, Puma Galvin, soccer, Peyton Hartman, cross country and track and field, Zeke Mitchell, cross country and track and field, and Justin Parbs from football. And this year, the victor for the Male Athlete of the Year is awarded to Ryan Breckel from the basketball team. The NABC Third Team All-American, First Team All-Region, NAC Player of the Year, and First Team All-NAC honoree averaged 18 points and 9 rebounds per game while leading WLC to a share of its third NAC title in the last 4 years. The Male Athlete of the Year, Ryan Breckel.
Thank you guys. First, I want to thank the coaches. The coaching staff has been really great the last 3 years since I've been here, and even before that, just establishing just a great program. All my teammates, especially the bigs that I work with every day, they push me every day, which really helps. Shout out Cole. Nice job, Cole. Thank you to Skip and everyone else that put on this, Jenna and Grant that started this last year. Just shout out to everyone for showing up and voting for me, obviously, and everyone else that was nominated here. There's a lot of great people up for this nomination. Everyone very well deserved, so thank you.
And now for the Female Athlete of the Year, awarded to the top female student athlete based on athletic performance and achievement. This year, the nominees are Jenna Sharon, volleyball. Brooke Gretzlin, cross country and track and Sam Leisman, basketball. And Lexi Martin from softball. And the victor for the Female Athlete of the Year is awarded to Lexi Martin from softball. Lexi repeated as NAC Position Player of the Year and earned her third straight First Team All-Conference Award. She led the league in hits, in batting average, in slugging percentage, and OPS. Her .528 batting average ranks 4th in the entire Division III level, and Lexi is now also the softball team's all-time leader in hits, RBIs, doubles, and total bases. I don't know what you do for an encore, Lexi, but it's all yours.
Well, thank you to all of you guys for voting for me. This season was kind of hard because we lost Bree this year, but again, I just want to thank my coaches for pushing me to be a better player, and my family for being the backbone, and most importantly, my teammates, because you guys push me every day, whether on or off the field. So thank you to you guys, and then again, just thank you to everybody else.
From achievement over the course of the year to achievement over the course of your career. Next category is our Female Career Achievement Award. It goes to a female student athlete who has sustained exceptional athletic and academic performance over the course of their entire career at WLC. The nominees include, we're going to lose this mic, aren't we? It's a good thing I'm in broadcasting. The nominees include Jenna Sharon from volleyball, Allie Goff, basketball, and Brooke Gretzlin from cross country and track and field. And the victor for the Female Career Achievement Award is bestowed upon Jenna Sharon from the volleyball team. Jenna became the third player in women's volleyball history to earn at least 3 first-team all-conference awards. She led the Warriors in kills per set and points per set, was second in digs per set. She recorded 8 double-doubles and had 14 double-digit kill games, tallied a season-high 25 kills against MSOE, and matched a career high with 18 digs twice. The 3-time Student Athlete of the Week finished her career with 866 kills and 483 digs. One more round of applause for Jenna Sharon.
Thank you guys so much for voting. It means so much to me. The past 4 years have been a blast. I want to thank you, Coach. Thank you so much. I've grown so much as a player and person because of you. And my teammates, I love you guys so much. Wouldn't be where I am without you guys, so thank you.
Tim Snyder, everybody. Okay, handheld mic time. Congratulations, Jenna. Now, to our Male Career Achievement Award goes to a male student athlete who has sustained exceptional athletic and academic performance over their course of their career here at WLC. And the nominees for Male Career Achievement are Ty Castillo, football. Jason Cano, soccer. Ryan Dominic, baseball. Hans Schultz from golf. And Trevor Steedy from basketball. And the winners, it's a tie. Yes, see? So we have 2 winners. We're going to shine the spotlight on each one of them individually. So we'll announce one and then the other. The first winner of this year's Male Career Achievement Award, I said we have a tie, literally and figuratively, Ty Castillo from football. Ty finished his career with a school and conference record 369 total tackles. The 2022 second team All-Region and first team All-MAC selection led the NCAA Division III, the nation, in tackles over the last 2 seasons combined, and also finished second in team history in blocked kicks and third in fumbles forced and recovered. What a career it's been for Ty Castillo.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. I know that everyone knows that I've been here for a long amount of time, but it's been a lot of trials and tribulations through those, and I know that I wouldn't have got through it without you guys. So the one thing I want to leave with you guys is just cherish each other. The way that we love each other is something different. You don't see it at other schools, so keep that going, and we'll see success in everything we do. So thank you guys.
And as I said, there is a second winner. It was a dead heat when the votes were tallied. The other recipient of the Male Career Achievement Award goes to Jason Cano from soccer. Jason concluded his career as the program's all-time leader in goals and points, and is second in assists, shots, and shots on goal. He earned All-NAC honors all 5 seasons as a Warrior, including 3 first-team selections. The 4-time NAC Student Athlete of the Week, was also a first-team All-Region selection in 2022. What a career it's been for Jason Cano.
How's everybody doing tonight? I wasn't really aware I was going to be giving a speech tonight, but first and foremost, thank you to everyone that voted for me. Thank you to my coaches, my teammates. Yeah, thank you guys.
Congratulations to all of our winners so far. In the home stretch, next up, improvement from one year to the next. First, our men's most improved team of the year. The award goes to the men's team that showed the most improvement in performance based on last year's finish. And the victor for the men's most improved team of the year, well, that goes to the men's soccer team. Come on down, guys.
I'll talk.
Everybody here, right?
Let's see, what can we talk about? Obviously, it was a special year. A lot of records broken, a lot of memories shared. Going to Camp Whitcomb, spending 3 nights, 3 days without our phones during our preseason. Then having a very good record at home, not losing 1 game. Traveling to Europe, England and Scotland is obviously top in the list. And then obviously we didn't have the ending of our season how we wanted to, so we are really excited and motivated for next year, and we are ready to go. So appreciate all the votes, or however this works. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And to put this in some perspective, think about this, you guys. Just 1 year after losing 11 of 18 games, okay? This team right here clinched their 3rd 10-win season in program history, the very first since 2012. They finished 10-3-5 overall, 6-2-4 in the NAC, and posted a program best 694 winning percentage, and came within a game and a goal of a shared NAC title. One more round of applause for the men's soccer team, the men's most improved team of the year. And now for the women's most improved team of the year, awarded to the women's team that, again, showed the most improvement in performance based on last year's finish. And this year, the team that defined that and receives the Victor Award is women's tennis. Come on down, ladies. The Warriors made their 5th straight NAC tournament appearance and earned their highest seed, a 3 seed in the conference tournament, their highest seed since the 2012-2013 season. Who's going to talk? Okay.
We had a great season this year. Just a huge shout out to our coach, Jay, for being such a huge influence on how our season turned out. Thank you to all of the women on the women's tennis team. Yeah, love you guys. and we had a great season together. So lots of memories shared. Thank you guys.
Before, we just have a couple awards left. We have the Women's and Men's Team of the Year, the Moment of the Year, and then Coach Snood will present our Warrior Cup for this year. I do want to recognize a couple of individuals here with us today that do a lot behind the scenes, and they are driven every day to do a lot for all of you that maybe you don't realize. And that is those who are involved in the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. The committee made up of student athletes assembled to provide insight on the student-athlete experience. SAC offers inputs on the rules, the regulations, the policies that affect your lives, the lives of student athletes. And if we could, for just a second here, recognize the president of SAC, Jenna Sharon, and Grant Wetner, the vice president. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Grant, for what you've done for all of us here. And now to the teams of the year. First, for the Women's Team of the Year, awarded to the top women's team based on season performance and achievement. And the victor for the Women's Team of the Year goes to basketball. Come on down, ladies. The Warriors finished 19-8 overall, and 15-3 for second place in the NAC. WLC reached the NAC Tournament Championship game for the 13th time in 17 consecutive conference tournament appearances. The Warriors also matched up against the nation's top two teams, and they fell by just 8 points on the road to the team that would eventually become the National Division III champion. This year, the victor for the Women's Team of the Year goes to the basketball team.
Thank you guys so much for voting for us. It means a lot. We have a great group of girls here, a lot of great women who cherish God and basketball and obviously WLC. So the season may not have ended the way we wanted, but we have a lot to grow on, and I think we can get way better next year. Thank you.
One more round of applause for the Women's Team of the Year basketball. And now for the Men's Team of the Year, awarded to the top men's team based on season performance and achievement. And the victor for the Men's Team of the Year goes to, I sense a theme here, the basketball team.
All right, thank you for voting for the Men's Team of the Year. You know, last year we had a year that we kind of wanted. We were trying to go for winning conference. We ended up falling ultimately short of our goal. There was a lot of just overall stress on our team that we wanted to perform this year and get as far as we could. We ended up winning a regular season conference title. Thank you. We ultimately fell short of our goal of making it to the NCAA tournament, but I know with these guys behind and what they have planned for next year, and our wonderful coaching staff, as well as our strength program and the people that help us every day, that I'm confident that these guys can get to the goal of where they want to be. And then last and most importantly, I want to thank our Lord and Savior and all of these students that are here that ended up showing out for some big games and turning big crowds. And we hope that you guys can just continue to do that in the future. Thank you.
This team up here finished 19-8, won its third NAC title in the last 4 years with a 14-3 conference mark. WLC ranked second in the league in scoring offense, third in scoring defense, and equated to a league best scoring margin of almost plus 12 per game. And I think, Cole, we might have to have you MC this thing next year. I'm just saying you're on the nomination list for that award. The men's team of the year, the men's basketball program. Round of applause for them. And here we are, the teams, the athletes, and now we recognize the moments or the moment of the year. And if we were to poll each one of you, I'm sure each one of you probably has a different moment or a memory, a little snapshot of the season that was. Maybe it's personal to you, maybe it's collectively with you and your team, and maybe it really is something that didn't even happen on the field or on the court of competition. And many times, it seems like when you get back together in reunions and years go by, you probably spend more time talking about the bus rides and the van rides and that practice and that thing happened in the locker room and this and that, and oh yeah, that's right, we won that too, and remember when we beat so-and-so. It's all those things behind the scenes that you remember more. But everybody here has snapshots of moments of the year. So this was a difficult one, but we have a victor to give to the moment of the year, and there are a number of nominees. It is awarded to, could be an individual student athlete or team based on, quite simply, a significant moment that captivated the WLC community. So, the nominees for the moment of the year. From baseball, senior Ryan Dominic breaking WLC's all-time hits record on May 5th at St. Norbert. From men's basketball, clinching the third conference championship in the last 4 years with a 90-71 win at MSOE on the last day of the regular season. Women's basketball, defeating Concordia, Wisconsin 64-51 on February 23rd in the semifinal of the NAC tournament. Men's cross country, junior Peyton Hartman finishing 30th at the NCAA Regional Championships on November 12th with the fourth fastest 8K time in program history, which led the team to its highest regional finish in program history. From football, a 25-21 homecoming win over Lakeland on September 17th, the first win for the Warriors over the Muskies since 2016. From women's golf, setting the school record with a team round of 357 at New Berlin Hills Golf Course on September 16th. From men's soccer, senior Jason Cano breaking the program's goal-scoring record on September 14th in a 5-0 win over Marion, his 48th career goal, breaking the previous record. That previous record stood since 1992, by the way. From women's soccer, on April 1st, the team hosted a top soccer camp for youth with cognitive and physical disabilities. From men's tennis, freshman Connor Heesen showing incredible spirit and exceptional leadership skills as he spearheaded a team appreciation evening for teammate Josh Hennon during their last home match, organized games, gifts, food, and just put special attention all together to celebrate the team's only graduating senior this year, Josh Hennon. From men's volleyball, recording the very first win in program history on January 18th by virtue of a 3-2 victory over Bard College in the very first match of this past season. And from women's volleyball, achieving a reverse sweep, that's to be down 0-2, then come back to win in 5, a reverse sweep over 18th ranked Wartburg University at the WLC Quadrangular here on September 9th. Those are the moments that were able to work their way through the nomination process and ultimately be nominated for the Moment of the Year. And this year, the 2023 victor for Moment of the Year, a moment that captivated the WLC community, that goes to men's basketball, clinching the third conference championship in the last 4 years with a 90-71 win at MSOE on the last day of the regular season. Do it again, Cole.
All right, so the Moment of the Year would have been a couple games before that if we would have won at home, but we weren't able to pull that out. Shout out to everyone that came out, especially towards the end of the year. We had a lot of support from all the fans, both alum and students, that really helped us out a lot. Get our goals. As for the specific game, we kind of came out hot right away. We were hitting shots all around. That was really cool. And then this is our third championship in 4 years. So that was really cool too. The seniors, yeah, Cole, Trev, who else was from that group from freshman year? He wasn't here originally though. I think it was just two guys. Two guys were recruited here. They were here for 4 years. Sim was great though. Good job, Sim. There was 2 guys here that were here since freshman year, and they were able to embrace all 3 of those, which is really cool. So yeah, thanks for voting for us, and that's the Moment of the Year.
And then there was one award left, one gigantic, shiny award, the Warrior Cup. I'll turn it back over to Coach Noon to discuss the Warrior Cup and to award it to a new team to hang on to for the next year.
So as we come to a close, what a great night. Recognizing all these champions, but yet realize, you know, I sit and watch, and I'm motivated. Thank you, teammates. Yeah, we recognize some people, but there were a lot of really great efforts that didn't get awarded. Can I change my vote of the year? Ella, was that something else? Ella Miller? That was wonderful. So we come down to the final award. There's food outside, okay? Please eat it all. But first we have to give out the Warrior Cup. I won't go through all the different things. Your coaches have been working with you guys, talking about the components of the Warrior Cup. But this year I'm happy to announce that the Warrior Cup goes to men's track and field. There's been a revote. I just saw those shorts. I think that's a violation of some rule. No, congratulations, guys. Who's going to speak for you?
There's a lot of elements that make up the scoring for the Warrior Cup, whether it's records, PRs, overall academic performance. So I'm just really proud of the guys standing right here, all the efforts they put in this year. So a big round of applause for them. We just wanted to keep the trophy within the track and field family. Women's got it last year, men this year. So hopefully next year we're able to still support the other teams on campus. Because at the end of the day, it's Warriors supporting Warriors, and also just keep doing a great job out on the course, out on the track, and in the classroom too. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, you guys. As Coach said, there are refreshments out there in the lobby. There's some backdrops. Take photos, eat food, drink beverages, enjoy yourself. Let me just leave you with this, if I could, before you storm the refreshments. I kind of do it as a tradition, and I want to thank you on behalf of the fans who aren't here. Obviously, hopefully, plenty of them are watching on the live stream. The fans that came out and were thrilled by your achievements, not just this year, but throughout your varying lengths of careers. For all the little stuff you did that we didn't realize, but it put you in a position to succeed, that we, the fan, could cheer and support you in every possible venue possible here at Wisconsin Lutheran. And congratulations, because you leave here, like I said, you're part of a special class, a special group of people who can do stuff that a lot of people can't. And more so, you left a mark on your school, you left a mark on the athletic department and on your sport indelibly. And for that, that's something to be proud of. Congratulations to all our winners. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you and good night. Go eat. Go eat.